let me just go ahead and. So I'm here at what's called Walkaway. It's actually a combo rally with the. It's also the Beverly Hills Freedom Rally. Just to kind of like sum things up, what this place is. During 2020 and 2021, this was the site of great violence, and a lot of people got hurt at these rallies. They were pro-Trump rallies that friends of mine got hurt at, journalists who were trying to cover it. A lot of violence and just to be frank, evil took place here. Today, this is so Walkaway is run by Brandon Straka, who is a Capitol rioter who's since been pardoned. I talked about this on the other live, and so he's kind of combined things with the Beverly Hills Freedom Rally, which is run by somebody else. So I'll show you a little bit. I probably won't stay live too long. The rest I'll probably post on my Twitter, which is Eric LeVay. And it's possible I'll write this up on Substack. So they have a lot of private security here. As you see, we got my buddy Sean is here. Film the Police LA, and that's Jessica. This is all private security. This area also attracts a lot of tourists, so it's kind of funny because there's people here for this far right rally, but there's also just people who are came to take a picture in front of the sign. This is not the day to take a picture in front of the sign. So this is what's up. I think they're doing the national anthem or something like that. A lot of flags, man. So Matt Gaetz allegedly is going to be speaking. That accounts for the higher security. Maybe I will stay alive longer. This is more interesting than the other thing. If you watched the previous live, was just a little bit, yeah. Oh, so it looks like this is the counter protest. So they're. It's a process. It's a journey. It takes time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go slightly. I guess they kind of separated them. Oh, Gaetz is about to speak. He's a disgusting person. I still do not understand how he wasn't indicted. A congressional investigation found him guilty of statutory rape. But the justice system never pursued it. I don't understand it. All right. Oh, I think this guy's a Scientologist. He calls himself Wicked or something.
And that ought to bring everybody together. We are so proud to stand behind the vision of the MAGA Patriots, the greatest president of my lifetime.
I don't really need to hear this whole thing. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Support me. Support me for coming out here, guys. So I don't want to tempt fate, but right now I would say this is a little bit safer than the rallies. Watch what's going to happen, but this is a little bit safer than the rallies in 2020, which were a little different. I think because Gates is here, they just have like a bigger police presence. Where's Michael Picard? So Beverly Hills is one of the most surveilled places in the world, and check this out. So those cameras, by the way, as far as I know, were up in 2020. And you know, there was a lot of violence here. And the thing about a camera and surveillance, it's only as good as the person behind it. If they're not watching or they don't care, you know what I mean? So this is what's called the Walkaway Rally, Astro. It's a right-wing rally run by a guy named Brandon Straka. And what they did was they combined forces with another rally called the Beverly Hills Freedom Rally, which was similar. Hey, how's it going? I'm live with my niece. Talking to my friend, journalist friend.
Could I just chime in here? You
Yeah, of course.
appreciate the guy carrying the Gadsden flag that says, "Don't tread on me," as they tread on everybody's constitutional rights. The fucking irony. Tina Burgow.
I was gonna say I would have put that on camera, Tina.
I just,
Tina, everybody, great journalist. Tina from Status Quo. I wasn't gonna go live, but I was like, anyway. Yeah, it is crazy, huh? Don't tread on me.
It's insane, man.
Seems to be a little, what do they call it, cognitive dissonance?
No, they're in a cult, man. They don't even hear or see the ways in which they're in a cult.
Yeah. Yeah, so they combine their thing, I guess, to get more people. But like the freedom rallies were crazy. I mean, that was in 2020. Yeah, somebody in the chat, they were like, yeah, don't tread on them.
What is this older dude on? Is he on drugs or is he... What is
over there? Yeah, I don't know.
It was sad for us because we saw all these people all in fear because of what the media did to them. Like, started a massive psychosis.
The person speaking is one of the organizers.
But it's okay if you're BLM and Antifa, you go out there, you're totally safe there. And that's when people should have woken up. But sadly, people did not learn how to think, especially in our schools.
What did she say? Stop flirting?
I don't know. None of it makes sense to me. I've tried to, after how many years of this?
Yeah, no, I know. It's crazy.
I've tried to stop making sense.
No.
But it's just a basic foundation of
Oh God, there's Chris Brown, the guy that punched me in the face and called me bitch.
Wait, no.
Yeah, that's him, isn't it?
this is what our founding fathers.
Am I wrong? It looks like him.
Foundation of this country is so strong.
An older, more rugged version of him, but yeah.
I'm looking.
We fled Iran because of what radical Islam did to Iran. It destroyed it, okay? And we came to this country, and you'll never see me waving an Iranian flag. You see me waving an American flag, right? An American flag, because I am an American. And, you know,
Everybody's a critic. Everybody's a critic, huh?
But I'm so thankful for Brandon and how many people he's gotten to walk away from that nihilistic, horrible political party.
I'm on the side of freedom and of humanity.
I mean, most modern Democrats don't recognize it anymore. Modern Democrats are called conservatives now. You know, and what happened to JFK? We all know it was a what? Inside job. Yes. So all this stuff is.
She's talking about JFK right now. This particular organizer has a just can't stop talking. She'll just keep going on about there's something really wrong with her. I listened to an Instagram video the other day because I was trying to find out something about the rally, and she kind of went off on this really long rant. It was like I couldn't. So after like 10 minutes, I couldn't take it anymore.
Who sold the uranium to Russia?
Yeah, She's doing like the greatest hits. She just hit Hillary.
I know.
Hillary Clinton has been out of the news for like 5 years.
I'm like, is that Shiva?
Yeah. She's talking about Hillary Clinton. That's like, who's not even.
They're all stuck in 2016.
Yeah. This is kind of like, it's like Glory Days, Bruce Springsteen. That's what. This is like a Glory Days rally. But I mean, on the other side of that, they won the election. So like, I don't. That's what's weird. The resentment. She's talking about WikiLeaks. This is the greatest hit.
It is the greatest. The unfortunate thing is she only cherry picks from WikiLeaks.
Yeah.
If she actually read all of it, she would not be supporting Donald Trump.
Oh, did you see? I forgot if I already said this. I apologize. Did you see the guy with the Tenet Media backpack?
Yeah, I did see that.
Oh, I was like, wow.
I know. I did see that. I was just zipping.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Pool's in the fucking White House press pool, which is insane.
Yeah.
Literally fucking insane. So I guess that makes sense.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
I mean, they're not even embarrassed by the Russian money at this point. Wait, did she just say? Did she just say I'm a nationalist?
She said she's not a globalist. Which is, by the way, that's an anti-Semitic reference.
Super anti-Semitic. She just literally said I'm not a globalist. I'm a nationalist. Yeah. She might as well just said I hate Jews. I'm a Nazi.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. One world government.
Yeah.
Please come to our rally. We're doing one on Wednesday at UCLA.
Do you know how many times I've asked her, like, Shiva, why are you so anti-Semitic? She's like, I'm not. I love Jews. I'm like, you don't.
Yeah, you definitely don't.
You fucking don't, man. Just stop.
So they just said on Wednesday they're going to UCLA. So that's going to be the. Hang on one second.
There are also people out here that are volunteers that are collecting information because I became your chair if you're in this assembly district, which is 51 for the LAGOP, and we need candidates. I will be running again for the assembly, but I have not, addressed that yet because I am chair and I can't do both. So I'm just trying to fix that central committee first before I step into the.
Just gonna do a quick sidebar. I'll be right back. Be right back. She just said they're going to do a rally at UCLA on Wednesday. That's the anniversary of the attack on the Palestine encampment. So that's a bad idea. It's going to be a very volatile day. You guys know I've been reporting on that for a while. So that's, not great that this group is going to go there, and I hope nobody, gets hurt. The other thing I was going to tell you guys was someone at this rally was wearing if you go on my Twitter, you could see it. It says Tenet Media. He was wearing a backpack. So Tenet Media was a Russian intelligence operation based out of Tennessee. It was a media company that got busted by the feds. And I just thought that was hilarious that he's literally wearing it. That's all I was going to say. All right.
You guys are the good ones. You guys are the strong soldiers coming out fighting. Thank you so much. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to our.
This is actually like more. I didn't know what this was going to be like.
Jeff Dornick Show and the creator of the Pickaxe social media platform. I'm going to turn it over to Jeff, and he's going to introduce our speakers for the rest of the round.
So what are some differences between the rallies I saw in 2020? So first of all, no one here is wearing there's no like open fascists wearing masks, like they might embrace the ideology, but there's no like neo-fascist groups here. I don't see any open Proud Boys, so that is a difference. This flag is huge.
Every single person in the United States of America doesn't.
I definitely see some familiar faces, but like.
Wherever your background is, we believe in freedom and liberty for everyone, and that's why we are all here. That's why we have the walkaway movement, which is trying to get people to walk away from.
So what is the walkaway movement? That is what this rally is. Straka says that he allegedly, walked away from the Democratic Party. That's his thing. I don't remember his exact history. I think there is some question about that, but that's a very popular narrative on the right. I was a Democrat and I left. If you guys follow politics and stuff, you know that they really like that stuff. So.
Well, how are you guys doing today? My name is Cherie fucking Curry.
Oh, it's Cherie Curry from the Runaways, is the speaker. I think she was the singer of the Runaways.
And a paratrooper, World War II, front lines in Pacific. And I guarantee you, he did not fight and kill for this kind of world. Not a chance. And I'll tell you, in 2018, my twin sister, she sent me a video. And she goes, Cherie,
Just kind of want to
see this video of this
see.
really charismatic dude. His name is Brandon Strock. And this is a walkaway video. And let me tell you, it changed my life. Because he said everything that I've been feeling, everything I knew to be true. And he was the very first that had the guts, because you know what, the left.
Sorry, there's something wrong with my Zoom lens.
They are violent. They are disgusting with the way that they treat anyone that. I mean, I'm sorry. I have no idea. I have no idea what to say when I go up here. I have never in my 65 years seen such horrific treatment of your fellow man as you do from the left. And Brandon Straube, he hit it on the head. And coming here, this is my very first rally. Liberating is right. We're walking away from madness, from insanity. And, you know, I'm not going to keep too much of your time, but when I was walking over here, some woman that was screaming in my face, you know, saying that my music sucked. I was in a band called the Runaways in the 1970s. I was 15 years old when I was out there pounding the pavement.
I've just never seen her in person. I was just kind of wanted to get a shot.
And this woman turns around and says, "Your music sucks." And it was a man.
They just made a transphobic remark. That's why I don't like to film some of this stuff. I just, you know, you capture life as it happens, but I don't always want to be like I don't want to be a vehicle for that kind of thing. And I don't know if you could hear that. It's just really gross.
Nasty ass people like her. So, since my music sucks so bad, I think we're gonna sing a little song.
Oh, if you're talking about Tenet Media, Tim Pool was their biggest star. Now, Tim Pool was not accused of, they called him something else in that indictment. They never accused Tim Pool of knowing that he was working directly for Russia. There was a layer of, you know, he got a paycheck from these other people, so we can't say that. We actually can't say that the talent themselves necessarily knew. What we can say is that there's a little something that's odd when you're all of a sudden hired by a company that didn't exist 10 seconds ago, and you're getting these exorbitant sums of money to produce videos that are...
How is this real?
Oh, this is a...
How the fuck is this real?
Someone's at... No, I've never seen Cherie Curry in person, so I just wanted to like...
Wait, is that her?
Yeah, it's her. She talked to...
She's a fucking Trump supporter? Are
She's a
you
big Trump supporter
kidding me?
from the Runaways, like the first all-woman teenage group, right? Like,
No, I know who the robot. That's
I know you
why
do it, say, like-
I thought somebody was imitating. Like,
No.
That's, oh my
she's
God.
up there. You gotta get it.
God help us.
You gotta interview her.
Yeah, no thanks.
And their views weren't getting a lot of. They asked me about Tenet Media. I was just explaining that whole thing. Like the videos weren't getting a lot of views. If someone's paying you a huge sum of money and the videos are tanking, but they don't, after a while, complain, a normal person would have questions about who I work for. Oh, no, thank you. He has bumper stickers that say Democrats are evil.
I mean,
We love this job. No, we love this job, Tina. I gotta say though, I don't want to tempt fate, but this is better than I thought it was going to be.
yeah.
Right? Like in terms of
That's
my
because there's
personal safety. This is like.
Thank you, Sheree. That was amazing. You know, one of the things that you're going to see this throughout this entire round, you're going to be hearing from
I'm coming back. Okay.
people that have walked away from the Democrat Party. Next, he's one of those people. Just one look here. I'm talking to several.
So at these rallies, as a researcher, I'm not just filming or documenting, I'm also observing. And in the event that anything bad happens, which I never want to happen, you just need to watch and know what's going on and know who did what. And you watch people and you watch what they do and what they wear. And if something bad happens, you go back and you look at the footage. It's not complicated. I'm talking about like open source research. You look at the shoes they wear, the glasses they wear, the hat. You hope there'll never be any violence, but violence happens.
I have no idea what that even means. So, okay, you want to say that you're against pedophiles, but do you support transing the kids? Tell me how that makes sense. So you want to say that you're against racist, but you call me.
So I'm always like watching and having. Sorry, I know a fair amount of people here, so they.
You guys don't love anyone because love.
I keep getting kind of like interrupted a little bit, which I want to kind of like get my point across if I can. But like, the point is, I'm always watching, and it's always for the future too. It's always for the future.
I don't hate these people. I love my neighbor and I will pray for my enemies and I pray, Father God, that you will open their eyes and show them the truth and we will put you upon.
You said Right Wing Watch appreciates the details. They do great work over there. By the way, this screen is not very bright, so I can't see every comment.
A moral higher power that is bigger than any of us. Alright? These people are godless.
I haven't seen Gina, you're referring to Gina Bisignano. Oh, you know what? I cannot believe it. She's right there. Just as you said that, she's right there. Yeah, she's right over there. She's talking to Wicked, who's I think a Scientologist. That's both of them. Yeah, situational awareness. Because I'm always thinking, if you guys have followed it for a while, I've worked as a reporter and then separately as an investigator of terrorism. That's what I do. And the January 6th investigations and stuff like that. So anyway, I've learned over time to just observe as much as you can.
restoration tour. This is what Walkaway is calling all of the outreach work we're going to do this entire year. We're going into colleges. We're going into New Jersey and Virginia, who have key governors races this year. And our message is simply that we have the ability now to restore America, restore freedom, restore our values, restore our borders.
I guess what I'm confused about is by the way, they said they're going to my home state. New Jersey. I question, this is what I'm asking. If you won, what are you restoring? That's a narrative that you lose when you win an election and you take power. They essentially have virtually absolute power right now, right? They control the presidency, they control Congress, they control the Supreme Court, but it's never enough. Because in fascism, it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. As polite as many of these people have been today, which I appreciate, it's never going to be enough until your enemies either go with you or they're dead. That's what fascism is.
I looked at it and I thought to myself, if Kamala Harris wins in November and the Democrats take control of the Oval Office with Kamala Harris, I will never be able to understand why Donald Trump was there. This won't make any sense to me because I thought to myself,
the judge who got arrested,
they're going to put him in prison.
It's hard to even put that into words. By the way, another judge was arrested, but I think it might be a former judge, but it happened in New Mexico. So it's happening fast, right? But we still have time to stop it. We do. We still have time to stop it.
Everything is suddenly making sense again.
It doesn't have to be this way.
We are being given a second chance in America, and I truly believe this. I truly believe we're being given a second chance. But here's the question.
And people should never forget that.
Are we making the most of our second chance? Are we doing right by the second chance that we've been given? And I'm very, very concerned. Because I look around and I think every time we have an election, we have a victory, and then everybody checks out again. And we don't hear from anybody again until 2 or 3 weeks before the next election, which is 2 years later.
Yeah, Never and Aaron asked about the tenant media thing. Yeah, they were getting money from this name that was like hilarious. It was just a made up like billionaire because the money was just coming from the Russian government.
I thought it meant that we could take a step back and things had changed. I thought that we were that the wokeism was dead in this country. But we learned the wrong lessons.
So let me tell you guys something else.
These guys never stop.
One of the reasons this rally is a little safer, knock on wood, is that many of the people who caused the most problems went to prison for January 6th. And even though they're out, and you see, actually right here, you see Gina, even though they've been pardoned,
Nothing else. Embrace this. Number one.
there has been a deterrent. There has been a deterrent effect.
There's no such thing as an off year anymore. We can't look at it this way.
There's no mass fascists here. There's no Proud Boys here that, or at least they're dressed like
days
them.
a year, every single year. The other thing, every election is a
But that'll change, if that'll change if we don't fight for what we believe in.
What's
up, man? It's live. You guys, okay. You guys heading up? Okay. You don't want to hang out here? This is so much fun.
We saw very clearly in 2020 that it matters a lot.
I feel like it's a repeat of, like, it just never ends.
Yeah.
Who the state legislatures
Same
are.
bullshit at every year.
Just
Yeah.
a stroke of a pen, a few governors and a few blue states changed their election laws in 2020.
Where's Sean?
I don't know where Sean is.
Check in with him.
Actually, I don't know where anybody is. William? I don't see William.
Okay. New Jersey and Virginia are this close to becoming red. Okay? They're basically swing states at this point. And if we all do the work,
On your point there, so Straka was a major FBI cooperator, and people went to prison because of him. It's absolutely wild that they have this rally and come out and just pretend like those things haven't happened. Brandon Straka was a major, I'm lowering my voice, he was a major FBI cooperator.
I'm not going to waste more than 30 seconds.
You could look that up. Just Google Brandon Struck, FBI cooperator, or I think WUSA 9, which is a local outlet. They had a really good article on it.
The only thing that I'm going to say is, don't come up to me anymore and tell me how sorry for me that you are.
And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can support the channel. You can subscribe to my Substack, which is free.
I love you for it. But if there's any message or any lesson I want you to walk away with from what happened to me, it's not that you feel bad for me, it's not that you feel sorry for me, it's that you can see somebody go through what I went through and stand up, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get the hell back on the battlefield. Because America is worth fighting for. I'm never going to stop. Walkaway is never going to stop, and we are never going to stop fighting for America.
Yeah, on your question there about the cops complaining about their names released, I was actually just looking at that. Is that the case in Seattle? Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, first of all, you went to a rally. You went to a rally you're allowed to go to, right? Like, they're not being accused of being violent. They're accused of attending the Stop. Like, they went to the Stop the Steal rally, right? And I guess the public, I don't remember the whole thing there, but my personal opinion is if you carry a badge and gun and you attended a coup rally, basically, the public has the right to know who you are. It's not complicated. You have the First Amendment right to be there, but you're held to a higher standard as a law enforcement officer. So yeah, that's a good question. Why are they fighting it? Because they would, like, if you didn't do anything wrong in your eyes, why do you care? It's a fair question. Look at that shirt. Unvaccinated conservative meat-eating gun owner. By the way, that happened in LA too. A bunch of LAPD officers attended the Stop the Steal rallies, and a similar thing happened. Where did everybody go, by the way?
My candy's right here. I'm so thankful. Over the past couple of years, I've been super outspoken. I think I should too. I think went on Linktree right before because I was like, I'm not putting a mask in my body. I'm not wearing a mask like a literal animal. And we are down here. I can assure you, I am never leaving. We are so lucky. California is the most beautiful state. Los Angeles.
U.S. percentage that are local. Man, it's sad when kids come into this thing. Like those, they have to be in high school. You know.
I said on Fox News or Red Ribbon Coming, I was told I was an idiot and that we won the election by a landslide. And I'm so thankful.
It's sad when you see kids around at this kind of thing, you know.
And we need to already keep going for the next presidency because, like,
People in cars like yelling.
our losers that make this election by the Democratic Party. Don't let them go, man. There's so many more. Like, they need to go now.
You said the EU is laughing at America. Yeah, I certainly can't blame you. Unfortunately, some of us are right in the middle of this right now. But I feel for you folks. What happens to America, what affects America affects the world. I mean, everything is connected.
They're not actually thinking for themselves. And it's interesting too, because again, talking to a lot of
I think he's asking if he can buy their Tesla or something.
but also the other really cool thing is that there's some nuance. We have actual conversations. We're not just like
Turnout here is,
I wouldn't want to bring on
I don't know.
social media.
It's okay, I guess.
Natalie Beiser, but Natalie, come on up. And I saw on her Twitter profile as well that she's self-described as a former Democrat turned sane person. So take a look.
Hi, thank you so much for being here. I am a proud walkaway, and I'm a native Californian. I was born and raised in Orange County, and I've been in LA for about 10 years. And California, specifically Los Angeles, plays a huge role in my walkaway story. So I'm so grateful that you guys came here to my home to represent. It really means a lot to me. I'm a two-time Obama voter and a Hillary Clinton voter in 2016.
Yeah, this is.
I know. I actually
This is the walkaway narrative again.
I wrote for Hillary Clinton because I was still registered in Orange County. I couldn't be bothered to re-register at my LA address, but I really had to get that vote
it's
in,
possible
so,
she did vote for those people. There are
and you know what? I think
definitely
a lot of
people who
my age, I was an actress,
have done
I was
that.
born and raised in Southern California. A lot of people just think if you're compassionate, and I know all of us are, that you're a liberal and you vote Democrat, and I never questioned that until 2020. And like so many people, I lost both of my jobs overnight. I never saw those notifications.
A lot of times when you do these lives, later you'll notice these small like you don't see it at the time because you're filming and you're thinking about a lot of things, but you'll notice these important details later, things you need to know.
Still, I did everything that was asked of me, but it wasn't enough because in summer 2020, I was told, you were told, we were all told that we could go out and protest or riot or loot on behalf of a criminal organization, but we still couldn't go to work, we couldn't visit our family, we couldn't visit our dying family members. And I support everyone's right to peacefully protest, and I would have been friendly to BLM because I was a raging liberal, but the hypocrisy blew my mind because at that point, we knew that most of us were going to survive COVID, but I didn't know if we were going to survive the response to it, financially, emotionally, in terms of mental health, which is all the things that the Democrats claim to care about. And
I think everybody left.
Up to all of my liberal friends, which were all of my friends, everyone besides my parents at the time that I knew was a liberal, I was called selfish and racist. And it's not just that we disagreed on how to deal with this unprecedented situation, because it's okay to disagree. But these people refused to acknowledge that I might have an honest reason for disagreeing with them. There was no conversation.
These kids are like jumping out in the street and just like at cars. I don't know what's going on.
In my life, I connected my suffering directly to Democrat policies, and I realized they actually don't care about the little guy. And you guys, if you're in LA, you know we were in a mask mandate for 2 straight years without stopping. I complied for the first year, which I'm ashamed of, and then I stopped in May of 2021, and that brought on a level of harassment.
You know, they actually have these barriers here. I don't know, they have them here a lot. I think they're here all the time. I'm pretty sure about that.
I paid taxes in. I couldn't go into the library.
Because this is a major tourist attraction, so they always kind of like have that's why they have all these cameras here. Because people are here every day of the week, every day of the year, taking photos in front of that sign, which
in Los Angeles, I know so many of you went through it in other parts of the country. It's why I'm no longer a Democrat. And
it's in the opening of that TV show Married with Children, when they have that fountain. You know, that's like, I think that's over here.
Christian conservative by the grace of God. So I'm going to end here. I really just want to thank you guys for coming out and showing that Los Angeles, California, this country does not belong to the Democrats and that we're not going anywhere. I want to thank Brandon Strock because his walkaway video inspired me to start speaking out. I've been doing that for 4 years and now I'm a regular weekly contributor on Fox News. Like he said, he also gave me
She said this country doesn't belong to the Democrats. See, the thing about what a lot of these fascist types don't understand is it doesn't belong to anybody. It's all of us are American. That's what they don't understand. No one is more American than the next. That's the whole point of this country. But they just don't get it.
And speaking the truth, not your truth or my truth, but the truth. And you never know what seeds you're planting and what fruit they'll take.
Check out my Substack. I published a couple of news stories.
Thank you guys. God bless.
One of the guys at UCLA who attacked the pro-Palestine counter-protesters was charged with assault and battery. So I wrote about that. And tomorrow I'm going to go to the courthouse to get some more details on that and some other stuff. I recently reported that counter-protester, Don Owen, essentially fled the country and has now joined the IDF. So that was a cool story I was proud to write about. You can check that out on Substack.
So we're going to bring on our next speaker. We got Mike Harlow coming on. You've probably seen him here with Walkaway.
Now that he's got charges,
You've seen him at the
I think it's fair to say he fled the country.
I'm going to pass it over to you.
I don't know if he's going to come back because with misdemeanors, I don't think you have to make an appearance in person, but you have to deal with it. You know, you're charged.
I love, by the way, all morning been screamed at by these crazy people. I love it. They're like, you're racist, sexist, anti-gay. I was like, I assure you, only anti-gays.
I'm going to say, I don't know if you can hear the speaker, I'm going to say that a bunch of the counter-protesters were pretty out of pocket. They got up and filmed the police LA's face. Like, that stuff is not helpful.
Known as New York City.
That's not helpful at all.
Which, if you're from Los Angeles, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
All these people are going to do is use that to get paid. Straka was filming. He was filming the whole thing. It's probably already online, you know. Antifa attacks me. All those guys do is get paid off stuff like that.
I'm always wondering if Democrats have all the answers and their policies are so good and so helpful.
Then they're harassing William, who's the most best-known activist in this city. It's pretty crazy.
So I was a Democrat my entire life. In New York,
This guy's got the "Don't Tread on Me" thing.
For artists and musicians, it's basically just the default, and you're told.
Let me step in the shade for a second. It's getting kind of sunny.
Evil, bigots, racists.
Excuse me.
And then I started researching that. And overnight, I became an evil, fascist, racist Nazi. For standing for some very controversial principles, such as speaking not violence.
Dude, it's getting sunny out here. I saw KNX out there, one of the radio stations. Yeah, I wanted to address this comment. Sorry, I can't quite read your name, but you're saying it's close to Serbia. Yeah, totally. The thing is that the divisions that have been here since the beginning, they never went away. They never went away in the hundreds of years since the beginning of this country's founding. And since the Civil War, obviously. And it's just simmering below the surface, and it took one person, you know, as happens in history, one unique, I don't mean that in a complimentary way, but just a unique figure, right? Like Donald Trump, you know, was able to bring out that hate in people. But so yeah, those divisions are there, man. I just saw that Alex Garland movie, Civil War. Hit a little close to home. You need to depart this page? Well, why are you announcing it? Just leave. Why do people do that? I never understand that. Like, just go. Beck said everyone with the "Don't Tread on Me" merch has their paychecks coming from the government. Yeah. I don't think there's too many people out there turning down their Social Security and Medicare, if that stuff still exists after this last debacle. People are walking by like, what is going on here? Yeah, let's hope common sense prevails. Good call. Is this thing over yet? Like, I don't really like to leave before things are over, but it's a beautiful day. And I want to get a cup of coffee too.
To the stage, Karen.
So great to see everybody here. Remember the 2020 rallies? And Shiva, just a huge thank you for keeping us going. But honestly, Brandon Strong is the most extraordinary hero. Truly, he's one of the most.
So a lot of these speeches are just like they're just like pumping up Straka. Has kind of a North Korea vibe to it, you know.
And it's just wonderful seeing you all here. Yes, I'm Karen Sigmund. I'm president of the American Freedom Alliance, also of the Beverly Hills Conservative Club. Yes, there are some of us here. And what was just mentioned is my father was born in Berlin in 1928. So that whole notion of tyranny taking
Here's a real
over,
sign of togetherness.
does it through small
Leftist
baby
love is
steps,
always a lie.
And then before you know it, you've lost your country. And we sort of saw this during COVID, but now we're taking it back. Yes. So, but I want to talk about two major points here. One is, over the years, as president of the American Freedom Alliance and doing the various things that I do, I speak on all the various ways in which war is being waged against us, against the country, against free speech, against science, against education, against religion, against our judiciary process, against the legal system, against banking. You name it, the left has done its utmost to destroy it. Do you agree? They have been waging war. And by the way, I used to teach middle school. Yeah, they called it Project so much better.
Oh, I know that guy. That's
They proposed much better arguments than whatever those people were doing. And they were better than that too, but that's by the way. So I speak on the various ways in which we are being attacked. And I used to ask this question, and I'm going to ask this of you too. We know the question, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, does it still make a sound? Yes, of course it does. If war is being waged on you, you don't acknowledge it, you still...
that was another J6er.
Yes.
He had some shirt about like a lizard or something.
November 5th, we are taking our country back, and I think
his name's Andy Lai. I think he crossed into the restricted area. I don't think he went into the building, but he was there.
And people always say, as they should, as I'm sure you do too, but what can I do to make a difference? What is that magic thing that I can do that will save this country, right? You're all asking this.
Those people attacked our capital, tried to overthrow our government. It's disgusting.
This burden of, and it becomes too intractable because they are everywhere. The good news is they're everywhere. Whatever you decide to do, you're going to hit somebody. Because they're fighting us on all fronts. And by the way, this notion of politics being downstream from culture, we've all heard that. It was true at one time. But if it's political to say boys are boys and girls are girls, if it's political to say you shouldn't medically or otherwise castrate children, if it's political to say you can't do the border, if it's political to say you ought not lock up.
Bro, I'm about to walk away from this, all jokes aside. This is way too long. This started like hours ago.
If they've politicized everything, including our schools, absolutely everything.
It's 3:20. I was down at West Hollywood at 11:50, I think.
Which means anything we do is a fight against the war that they have been waging against us. So the point number one that I want to make is, I used to feel the burden of what is the right thing that I can do. And then I remember walking into an art gallery in Chicago, but there's art galleries all over the place, and seeing a painting, it's so cute, they're so cute. Painting at the far end of the hallway, and it's a river, and a hillside, and a lawn, and a lady with a parasol, and a dog, and a boat, and trees. And you think this is such a lovely image of a beautiful summer day, and you get closer and closer to it, and what do you realize? There's just a whole lot of dots. A lot of dots to enrich this beautiful painting.
Yeah, I should get that coffee. That's a good point.
Each one of us does not have to pay for this painting.
Peter said the MAGA merchandise is made in China. Yeah, usually. Yeah, I see a lot of the old faces here. These people were real aggressive. Like, I guess maybe it's because they won that they. I don't know if this is temporary or what. Like, for example, this guy right here. He, I think his name is Roman. He was part of this giant. He was part of this giant brawl that happened. I think it was August 22nd, 2021, in front of LAPD headquarters. He was brawling out there. They all seem like different almost.
Donald Trump, who I don't know, Steve Bannon, Charlie Kirk,
Security. I want to get one for Buddy.
I caught a bad vibe there for a sec. I'm gonna walk over here. The water bottle guy, I think I know who you're talking about. He's not here. But he was buddies with the guy I pointed out, the Andy guy. That guy recently appeared on this podcast by, who is it? He's this anti-Semitic ex-fighter, Jake something. He went on his show and talked about some J6 stuff. Walk over here. This is 805 Patriots. That's a group from San Diego. You guys are getting a little taste of Beverly Hills, huh? All right, guys, you know what? I think I'll probably tap out here. I kind of do want to see the whole thing, but I think we got a taste of it. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I hope you hope you enjoyed whatever that was. It was interesting. Appreciate you guys. Talk soon.